everyone. Happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day. We're so glad you're with us. I'm Reverend Katherine Economou, and it's my joy to welcome you here to the Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley Sunday service. I'm joined by our Artistic Director, John Foltz. Good morning. We have our Practitioner of the Day, Janie Currey, with us off camera. Good morning, Janie. Thank you for your meditation this morning. And we're so grateful to have you with us to celebrate this day. Today we are honoring all the moms and the mothers and the grandmothers and the powerful female role models in our lives, and we're celebrating this glorious spring day together, and so we're so glad you're with us. And so I guess we'll get going.
We shall.
We truly are one. We are one with that powerful, loving presence of Spirit. The love that transforms, the love that moves through and as every single individual. That presence that is so powerfully unifying, that the nourishing love of peace simply surrounds each one. And as this power moves through this service, this day, this celebration, we are blessed.
You know, they say that prayer changes things. I say it all the time, and you just shot us with this great boost of energy. So that was our little caffeine shot for the morning. Thank you so much, Janie. Thank you, John. And again, we're so glad to be with you today. You know, the Center for Spiritual Living, our intention is to support each and every one of us in having a deeper relationship with God. Because we know how powerful life can be when we live in oneness, in connection to that infinite source of all life. And so through our teaching, through our classes, through our spiritual practices, our intention, our goal is for each and every one of us to find that feeling of the divine with us, because we know that God is always with us. It's part of all of life, and it's part of each and every one of us. And when we can do that, when we can connect to it, our lives unfold with a little bit more grace. Inspiration and ideas and opportunities come to us. Our relationships are deeper and more fulfilling. Life just gets a little bit better. And so that is why we are here doing what we are doing, and we are so grateful that you've decided to join us today. And my best wish for each and every one of us is that there's something in this service, whether it's the prayer, because we already got it, so I'm really happy that we've already got it, but maybe it's the prayer, maybe it's the music, maybe it's some part of the inspiration, the words today bring a new idea for you, a new inspiration to connect with your life in a new way. And in that way, we are all unfolding along this divine path. And so it's with a grateful heart that I welcome you here. And so I think at this point we've got a congregational song.
We do. We have a chant.
Absolutely.
I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's such a great way to move us straight into our moment of gratitude. And so let's do a little bit of spiritual practice together. I'm going to invite you to get comfortable right where you are. Close your eyes. Maybe put your hands on your heart. And so what I would like for us to do on this day, on this Mother's Day, is I want you to bring forth something that you are grateful for your mother. And even if it's just that she gave you life, that we could start with that, or some female mentor, role model in your life that inspired you, that nurtured you, that supported you. I want you to just bring them to mind. And let us place our gratitude towards them today for that gift of life that was given to you, for that opportunity to launch yourself in your life, in your own, on your own trajectory, your own path. We come into this life and are cared for and supported by others until we can care for and support ourselves. And so let us just take a moment to express and feel some gratitude for all the hands and hearts of all the women, the teachers and the nurses and all of the people who've come into our experience in our lives that have nurtured us and have supported us. That's God. God showing up as these beloveds, these angels, to guide us, to inspire us and nurture us. And you can send a little bit of love out into the universe for those who have passed on, for those who are no longer with us, and for those who are. Just send a little blessing out. And when you're ready, you can come on back. Again, I emphasize this every week, but the practice of gratitude is so simple and it's so powerful and transformative. I hope that you are using it in your day-to-day lives. I also want to say a word of gratitude for our congregation that continues to source and support this community, this vision of this spiritual community, of being a light here in the valley, in Temecula, and out into the world, bringing forth inspiration, empowerment, love, and acceptance into the lives of everyone we serve. And we are grateful for those who have leaned in and participated in sacred giving. You know, sacred giving is another spiritual practice that allows you to be part of that divine flow. It allows you to show up consciously in your life, giving the gifts of your time, your talents, your treasure to that which you believe in. And so we are grateful that we are partnering together to create something wonderful here at CSL TV. And we can only do this together. So there are a few ways that you could participate in sacred giving. You could call our office and talk to our administrator, Diane Keys, and she could run a credit card for you. You could jump over to our website at csltv.org and hit the donate button and donate through PayPal, or you could mail in a check to the center, and the address will be there in the chat. Just know that we are grateful for your contribution of any size, any amount makes a big difference in the life of this center. And we are so happy to be partnering as we move forward. And so let us bless this offering, simply knowing that it is God's divine gift that has come to each of us and flows through us to that which we want to see grow, to that which we want to see expand and evolve, to bring forth a greater light into this world. And so I bless this offering, knowing that it goes forth to multiply, to expand, to deepen this walk that we are taking together as a spiritual community, as a spiritual family. And I know CSL TV is prospered, supported from on high, and is a God-ordained endeavor to be a light unto all those who could be served by this message. So I bless it, I give thanks for it, and honor it. And so it is. Amen. So please join me in saying our affirmation of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen.
The spiritual reading for today comes from our book for this year, 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. I cleanse the window of my mind that it may become a mirror, reflecting inspiration from the Most High. We should believe that God is the invisible partner in our lives and affirm that divine love goes before us and prepares the way. We should permit ourselves to be guided, for there is something within us, deep at the center of our being, which knows that we ought to do what we ought to do, how we ought to do it, and when. And now, I invite you to close your eyes, take a breath, and take in the following affirmation, making it personal for you. I am listening to the divine presence and permitting it to direct my path. Thoughts and ideas will come to me, and I shall be led to follow them every day of my life. I shall be impelled into right action. I know how to meet every situation in calm trust and with complete conviction that divine intelligence is guiding me. I wish to do only that which is constructive and life-giving. Therefore, I know that everything I do is prospered. Everything I touch shall be quickened into the newness of life and action. Every constructive purpose in my life will be fulfilled. I have a deep sense of inner calm, a complete assurance that all is well. The same intelligence that governs the planets in their course is now acting as a law of good in my personal experience and in the experiences of everyone around me. I place my life entirely and completely under the protection and guidance of this power, and I rest in complete assurance that everything I do is prospered. And so it is.
Thank you, Janie. Please welcome John Foltz.
And ain't it true?
It is true, absolutely. so again, happy Mother's Day. And you know, I'd love to expand this, you know, so all the moms, all the grandmas, all the aunts, aunties, all the mentors, and even to the men. Those men who are serving their beloveds, stepping up and being dad and mom. Today's your day. It's a day for us all to honor and celebrate you all and just celebrate nurturing, support, and love, because they're so important in our lives and for those people who bring it to us. You know, one of my favorite TV shows from days gone by was Mad About You. And I'll never forget one of the episodes when the main couple, Jamie and Paul, had their first baby, and their mother was trying to help them out, figuring things out. Remember what it was like to have a newborn and not have any idea what you're doing. And the mother would bring all these acronyms to have them remember what it is. And the one that I have always remembered is Mothers Always Bring Extra Love. It's Mabel. And that's what they named their daughter, because they remembered that mothers always bring extra love. So today, for all the moms out there, may the extra love be flow back to you, and may you feel that today. And I always like to share something from the kids on these kinds of days. And so I've got some questions and answers about mothers by children. And so I thought I would share that with you today. So why did God make mothers? All right, the first answer was, she's the only one who knows where the Scotch tape is. And another child said, God made mothers to help us out of there when we were getting born. Yeah, so we needed a mother to help get out of there. How did God make mothers? Well, with magic, plus superpowers, and a lot of stirring. And God made my mom just the same like he made me. He just used bigger parts. Why did God give you your mom and not some other mom? Well, because we're related, of course, was the first one. The second one was God knew she likes me a lot more than other people's moms like me. So that's why she was my mom. What kind of little girl was your mom? One child said, my mom has always been my mom and none of that other stuff, so I don't know what you're talking about. The other one said, I don't know because I wasn't there, but my guess would be she was pretty bossy. And another child said, they say she used to be nice. I think that's what they say about me. Okay, what did mom need to know about dad before she married him? One child said, does he make at least $800 a year? And the other one said, did he say no to drugs and yes to chores? Then she could marry him. Why did your mom marry your dad? My dad makes the best spaghetti in the world, and my mom eats a lot. She got too old to do anything else with him, so she married him. I love that one. What does your mom do in her spare time? Mothers don't have spare time. Even the child said that. I thought that was good. And this last one was the one that I loved the most. It said, if you could change one thing about your mom, what would it be? And this little boy said, I would like for her to get rid of those invisible eyes on the back of her head. Yeah, you know? Yeah, those invisible eyes get us every time, don't they? So today we're exploring a core component to the unfoldment of our lives, unconditional love. And my talk is titled Revolutionary Love. This is something that we strive for, that we thrive with, that inspires us at all stages of our lives. Love is healing and nurturing and necessary for us in order for us to grow, to adjust, to expand, to unfold. We need to have an experience of love in our lives. And of course, in the highest aspect, mothers represent that. They represent that unconditional love. Mothers are the manifestation of that love. I like to think of mothers as emissaries of God, right? In this way. They're the ones on this earth who are charged with holding the space for love for us. Now, I will remind us, we are also all human. Even our mothers, they're human. And each and every one of us has had a human mother. Now, if it turns out that you have an extraterrestrial mother, and I don't know about that, I'd be interested in hearing about your experience. But as far as I know, we all have human mothers. And being human, life sometimes gets in the way of that unconditional piece of unconditional love, right? Sometimes we fall short. Sometimes they fall short. And I always like to remind us that no matter what, if your mom was a dream, your best friend, your biggest cheerleader, or maybe your mom wasn't capable of that, maybe she fell short a little bit, there is love for you. There always has been love for you, but sometimes it's harder to find. I think of those who've had challenging parent situations are the ones who came into this life in the equivalent of an advanced degree. You're the master's students, right? The master's degree students. Maybe this, that you're working hard to find the truth in the midst of what appears on the outside to be something different than you think it should be. So for anyone who's hurting today, anyone who this is a tender day, and I know that there are many people that this brings up some tender feelings. Maybe because you're missing your mom who has passed on. Maybe you had a challenging relationship. No matter what, my prayer is for peace for you. May you realize that nothing can stop the love of God from flowing to you and through you in your life and out into the world through you. So, revolutionary love. I wanted to start with this reading from Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, from The Science of Mind. Now, it's a little bit longer than I usually like to do, but you'll see why. It's his writing on love from our Science of Mind textbook. He says this: "Love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. It is written that God is love, and that we are his expressed likeness, the image of the eternal being. Love is an essence, an atmosphere which defies analysis, as does life itself. It is that which is and cannot be explained. It is common to all people, to all animal life, and evident in the response of plants to those who love them. Love reigns supreme over all. The essence of love, while elusive, pervades everything, fires the heart, stimulates the emotions, renews the soul, and proclaims the spirit. Only love knows love, and love knows only love. Words cannot express its depths or meaning, though I'm going to try to use my words to express its depths and meaning today." And from Marianne Williamson, from The Law of Divine Compensation, she says this: "From a mind filled with infinite love comes the power to create infinite possibilities. We have the power to think in ways that reflect and attract all the love in the world. Such thinking is called enlightenment." And so what they're saying is that this power of love, this presence, this essence, is that energy that catapults us into the fullness of life. It is that inspiration that allows us to move beyond the limited experience that we've created for ourselves, or those limited ideas of what we think we're capable of, and to move us into a fuller expression, a fuller experience, a greater sharing of our gifts in this world. The Science of Mind and Spirit is teaching that positions us at the leading edge of global transformation. That's what we're talking about this month, that we are moving on that edge of awakening to how to live more integrated, more expressed in this world. And it says that those who engage with and live the principles of Science of Mind walk the walk by balancing love and law. Now, I have to say that balancing love and law is one of the biggest tasks that a mother actually has, right? How to nurture and love and bring comfort, while at the same time they're encouraging, inspiring, keeping us safe and moving forward. It's a delicate balance, and we're all called to find it. I have this image of that mother bird with her babies in the nest on the day that it's time for them to learn how to fly. Those babies are comfy. They have all that they need in that sweet little nest, though even it might be getting a little bit tight in there. But what does that mother bird do? She pops them out of the nest because she knows that they can fly, but they haven't figured it out yet. What is it like to be that mother? To watch your baby and to be the one to fling them off the top of the tree and still know that they're going to fly, that they are ready. That's balancing the love and the law. When it's time to fly, we have to boot them, right? We got to boot them out. So revolution, we're talking about revolutionary love. Revolution is defined as a fundamental change in the way of thinking about or visualizing something. It's a change in a paradigm. And so our philosophy is rooted in changing consciousness, including the way that we think and changing the paradigm of the way that we live our lives. And so revolution in consciousness brings change not only to ourselves, but to the systems, to the institutions that shape the experience of the lives that we're living. Revolutionary love, living it, being it, claiming it, embracing it, invites us into a new way of being, a way of thinking, a way of feeling, and a way of acting that's rooted in that unconditional love, that esteem, that respect, that acknowledgement that the person that you're in relationship with is a divine emanation of God also. It's in this rising up of our consciousness that we rise in our lives and in our love and connection with God and life. We have a different understanding of ourselves and each other. So balancing love and law is the practice that allows us to be that empowered expression of who we've come to be in this life. So love, that central flame of the universe, the givingness of the divine to its creation, that intimate connection that brings comfort and peace in moments of challenge, needs to be balanced with the law. Now, the law is that which brings all things into being. Love is the inspiration, and law is how everything comes to be. The law of cause and effect, we can think of it like that. So for every choice, for every decision, for every action, there's an effect. And when we awaken to the causes in our lives, we begin to see at what level we're creating from. Are we creating from our fullness? Are we creating from our fullness, from our wholeness, from the overflow? Or are we creating from our wounds, our anger, our hurt, our bias, our negative reactions? If you want to welcome more love into your life, if you want to have deeper, more meaningful relationships, if you want to be a space for love, a channel for love in this world, which, let's face it, would be a good thing for us all to become channels of love in this life, you need to start by waking up to where you're creating from right now. What level in consciousness are you creating from? When we heal our wounds, when we acknowledge our hurts, when we open to allow ourselves to be vulnerable and to show up authentically and share ourselves, we become a channel for grace and more love to flow to us, through us, and as us. Michael Beckwith, the founder of the Agape International Spiritual Center in Los Angeles, had a writing that spoke to me this week, and this is it. He said that there's a lie that acts like a virus within the mind of humanity. And that lie is, there's not enough good to go around. There's lack and there's limitation and there's just not enough. That's the story that's being told. He goes on to say this. The truth is that there's more than enough good to go around. There's more than enough creative ideas. There's more than enough power. There's more than enough love. There's more than enough joy. All of this begins to come through a mind that is aware of its own infinite nature. There is enough for everyone. If you believe it, if you can see it, if you act from it, it will show up for you. That's the truth. I think a lot of what gets in the way of us being a channel for love is that belief that there's not enough. That if somebody else gets what you think that you wanted, that it's not possible for you. That there's no way that if my mother or if my partner or if my friend is acting in a way that I don't feel is what I want, then I don't get that connection, that I don't get to have that love, that I don't get to have that support. Sometimes we think these things need to come in a certain way in our lives, and we only look in that path, and when that path is empty, we miss the fact that there's so many other people showing up all over our lives to love us, to bring us what we need, what we want. It's there, but we can't see it because we believe that there's not enough. So when we start to deepen our relationship with God, when we start to feel the love that's alive within us, when we start to practice bringing more love to a situation that maybe, you got angry with something or someone, but maybe if we soften and we show up in our authentic nature and come authentically together, maybe you find a deeper love, a deeper realization that there truly is enough. We take everything so personally. We take everything as a criticism of how we are in the world. More often than not, those challenges, those difficulties in our relationships are not about you. So when we stop taking things personally and we become present in the moment and we have a deep realization of the divine, we have the courage to show up and say, I care about you and I'm hurting. This isn't comfortable. And you mean so much to me that I want to work this out. That is revolutionary love. That is the power of God moving through you to heal not only yourself, but to help in healing in our relationships, in our communities, and in the world. Our theology has a deep belief in oneness, the fact that we are part of the one life, that we are all interconnected and that we live in an interdependent life. When we realize this, love can become the natural way that we relate to the world. Because again, Jesus said, that which you do to the least of these, you do to me. If we are interconnected, if we are connected to this, when we are acting to all, not just to one. So we want to support one another, not hurt them, not put them down, not ostracize someone. We want to embrace and comfort and bring peace and a deeper understanding. Love is more than just a feeling or emotion. It brings us into relationship with ourselves in a new way. And it's through that love that we yearn. There's a yearning to understand someone. There's a yearning to know someone truly. And it's through that love that we're motivated to protect another. And it's through that love that we grieve deeply for those that we lost. And it's through that same love that we find our way back to one another. Revolutionary love, then, is when we bring the concept of co-creation, working with that divine presence, when we allow ourselves to be a channel of divine creativity and spiritual awakening, together with the concept of oneness and interconnectedness, and the natural love that comes with that. When we realize that we are living in a divine life, that this truly is spiritual, that God is in all of it, that all of this is spiritual. There's not just spirituality on Sunday when I'm at church and then I go home and have my life. That's not what we believe. We believe that we are walking a spiritual path, that God is part of all of it. When we awaken to that, we can begin to heal deeply these divides that we've been experiencing in the world. And mostly we get to heal the divides that we've been experiencing within ourselves. Driving in this morning, I was listening to NPR, and there was a story about how after quarantine, after the pandemic, they're estimating that 80% or more of people in this country are experiencing challenges in their mental wellness. That we have been through a very traumatic, difficult, challenging experience this year. And that 80% of people are experiencing challenges in their mental wellness. And so something has to shift here. Something has to show up to allow for us to find some healing, to find some peace. And I think that answer is love. Is really understanding what love really means. What being loved and loving someone else really means. And how to show up in that place of love. So this revolutionary love is the great work of our lives. I think that that's the one thing we've come here to learn, is how to love ourselves and love one another and love God. And that same work brings us into that experience, that state of love, which is a direct experience of God. Every time we act through this revolutionary love, every time we are moved to love ourselves enough to put a boundary up and say enough is enough, to not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of anymore. Every time we love another enough to fiercely protect them. That's the other image of the moms I love, the mama bear. Every time that we are moved to fight for someone who is voiceless, to hold the space of dignity for someone who is being hurt. Every time that we are called to come to a deeper relationship with their struggles and their pain, and every time we allow the same love to bring us into a state of true wonder and curiosity with those who we have named our enemies, we are in a state of love and we are at one with God. Revolutionary love, unconditional love, love itself is the most healing balm in the universe. If we are brave enough and courageous enough to open to it, to make it welcome in our consciousness and to act from it, it can do amazing things. It can heal. Just think of what it felt like to get that kiss on your skinned knee. I bet you can remember it, because I can. And that is the only thing that takes away the pain of a skinned knee, is a kiss. Love can bring peace. It can move us towards forgiveness. And it can open us to who we truly are. Most of all, revolutionary love draws us closer to God. And that truly is all that we need. And so on this beautiful spring day, let us honor the mothers who are channels of divine love. Let us make the commitment to allow for love to live in our hearts and in our lives, and stand up in that space of revolutionary love, to know that we can start a movement that's going to change the world. And so it is. Thank you. And so let's welcome John Foltz.
Stand on that bridge. Love
being at church on Mother's Day is hard enough. Not having church all together. Mother's Day is one of those great days at church that we love. And so we're sorry that we are not able to be with you, to give you flowers, to celebrate.
Chocolate.
You know. Well, that's
Chocolate.
Father's Day.
Oh, I thought we did chocolate. You know what?
Mother's Day is flowers and a really great potluck.
Getting the wires crossed.
Yeah, or after church snacks. So what I asked was if anyone would like to send in a little memory or a shout out or a well wish for their mom for Mother's Day. So I've got a few here. So first we're going to start with the Kusner family. This is for Susie Kusner from Zach. He says this: "Thank you for everything that you do for me. I love you so much, and I'm so excited to ride roller coasters with you at Knott's Berry Farm."
Fun.
Rock on. And this is also for Susie Kusner. The message is, "Happy Mother's Day, Mom, from your son." That's for you, Susie. I know you know who it's from. Okay, so also from Susie, this is from Charlene. "My love, I'm so over the moon grateful that you chose us to be in family together. You are the best mom to our boys and wife, allowing me to do what I do. Because you are doing all of it behind the scenes to keep this family running smoothly. I love you." And also for Charlene has submitted for her mom, Irene. She says this: "I love you, Mom. From all the younger years to your support of me now as a woman of 50 plus." Charlene's admitting that. Charlene. "I love you so, and I'm grateful for you." Love, Charlene. Okay. This is from our practitioner, Tina Foltz. To Kelly Metcalf from her daughter: "Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I'm so grateful to have you in my life and appreciate all your love and support. Sending you so much love in return and a big hug too." This is from Beth Haas. She says this: "Shirley Ann Campbell was my mom, and she showed me how to be able to be teased and develop a great sense of humor. It is her greatest legacy to me. One of my fondest memories of this great mom and Nana was her making the most horrendous sandwich concoction for all 5 of her grandchildren." Okay, get this. Oh God, it's gonna make me be sick even reading it. Okay, ready? "Bologna, cheese, peanut butter, tomatoes, and mayonnaise.
Oh my God.
We teased her about this," she says. "She laughed. The grandchildren gobbled them up because of their adoration for their Nana. She was an adorable model in my life." She lost me at the bologna, even at the beginning. She lost me at the bologna, but wow.
What an odd.
Yeah, she's creative. This is from Pat Clark. She says this: "To my mom, it's been so many years since we spent our last Mother's Day together. You had to leave us that very next day. Still, I miss you, even though I know you've been with me always. You are loved, and we are sustained by our memories of you. Thinking of you, especially on this, another Mother's Day. I am blessed because of you, and I know we will rejoice together on the day we meet again." And this one is from Pam Migliosi. She says, "To my mom, Bernice, thank you to my mom who always welcomed my friends and tolerated numerous slumber parties. I'm grateful for how very hard she worked to support me. I will always remember and appreciate her quick wit and funny stories." This one is from our administrator, Diane Keys. "To my mom, B, Happy Mother's Day. From all 5 generations, all 56 members of our family over 8 states, we wish you a beautiful and happy B-Day, Mother's Day, B-Day for you." And then I have a couple. So this is for my mother-in-law who has passed on, who inspired my love of knitting. She was a master knitter. Shirley Butterworth was a master knitter. She made the most beautiful, beautiful things. And she inspired me to start knitting and to learn how to do it. I'm still, 15 years later, I'm still really slow at it. She was just so fast. It was amazing. I think of her every day with love, and we miss her. And to my mom, Wanda, "Happy Mother's Day, Mom, from afar. We love you and hope you have a joy-filled day, and we can't wait to see you soon." And the last one was slid into my pocket. Sneaky on the way in today, and I haven't read it, so I have a feeling I know who it's for.
Okay.
But we shall see. Okay. This is from Emily Butterworth, who happens to be my daughter. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, am I going to be able to do this? Okay, happy Mother's Day. I hope it will be a great day with lots of love and laughter. I love my mom and all she does for me, and I am so grateful that she is in my life. Love, Emily Butterworth. That's my sweet little note.
It's nice that secrets can still be kept from the minister.
I know.
Wow.
Well, John, do you want to send a shout out on Mother's Day?
Sure, I'll say hi to my mom.
Yeah.
Boy, like, wow. Hi, Mom. I'm going to see you later today. We're going to have brunch and enjoy, gosh, I can't believe I've only seen my mom like 3 times in the last year.
That's
So,
crazy.
so nice. Here we are, another Mother's Day. Let's have many, many more.
That's great.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I have some, so again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Thank you for everyone who submitted a shout out. It's so sweet to hear the memories and to hear the stories and to share the love. So thank you for that. So I have a reminder of some events that we have going on. Again, our book studies meets on Wednesdays from 10 to noon with Pam Migliosi and their group, and they study books of a spiritual nature, and it's a great group to connect with, so you can contact Pam. Our men's ministry meets every Wednesday. They're meeting both online and at Journey's Restaurant, so you want to contact Reverend Michael Summers about that. Our Sisters in Spirit group is meeting on the 1st and 3rd Thursdays of the month, and you can contact Pam Migliosi for that. Our Spiritual Connection at 7 series continues in the morning, 7 a.m., Monday through Friday. A great way, you set your alarm for 7:50 or 6:56, and then you get to your computer in time to start, or I do, no, at 7 o'clock, right? No, if you want to start your day with meditation, it's a really great way to do it. I'm kidding about that, but not really.
Are you really?
I'm not really kidding about that.
I'm not really kidding about
I'm not
that.
really, because that would work.
Cup of coffee.
That would work.
Meditate.
Yeah, exactly. Go straight to the meditation, then get your coffee after that. So that's 7 a.m. Monday through Friday with our practitioners and our ministers. And our CSL TV Community Connection is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for an hour with me. It's a time of checking in. We have discussions about spiritual topics. We do processes. We share about what's happening. We do some meditation together. It's a really lovely time in community. And so 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights. Also, I just want to remind you that we are getting ready to put our teams together to get us ready to open again. So we are looking for support with our volunteer teams here at the center. So our sound team, our technical team, our ambassadors, all of the different things that need to be done. So if you are one of those people who are raring to get back at it, let me know, because if you're raring to get back at it, when we get enough people, we will get back at it quicker. So we are looking forward to that. So that being said, I have a little announcement. We have one last announcement today. And this is not one of the easy ones to do. So let's all take a breath together. How about that? I need that.
Sure.
And so it is with a bittersweet heart that I let you know that our beloved John Foltz has let us know that he is stepping into a new adventure in his life and will be stepping out of his role as artistic director here at CSL TV after 12 years.
12 and a half.
Almost 13.
Almost
right?
13.
Almost 13. After almost 13 years, John's going in his career's going in a new direction, and he will be stepping out of his position here at CSL TV at the end of the month. And so we love you.
I
know, and we wish the best for you. It's a little bit of a new experience here. But we know great things for you, and we are so excited that we still have 3 weeks with you left, and at least it's a month that has 5 Sundays, so we're excited about that,
Right.
But our last month with you is one with 5 Sundays. So we are putting together a way to honor John Foltz. So cover your ears for a second. So, I'm just kidding. So, we are collecting memories, well wishes, notes of appreciation, and to send John off. And so we're going to put the email address to send those to in the chat today. And we'll send out another email that's got the information of what we're looking for. That last Sunday, the 30th, we're going to honor John, and we would love to have you be part of it. And so more information will come out about that. But he's not leaving yet. We've got him for a few more weeks. And we're so excited to have some more time with him. And so with that, let's go into some prayer. So let's just focus on the love and breathe into that center space. Just coming into this present moment, knowing that this is a moment of God, that infinite divine light and life, that source of all things, that creator that has brought forth all that is and continues to source and support all of its creation. It is that divine spark that lives at the center of every man, woman, and child, each and every one of us, and it is here now in this moment, that power, that presence, that light, that truth that unfolds in its fullness and its wholeness through each and every one of us. And so I know on this day of honoring the divine feminine, this day of honoring that presence of love, I call forth that presence of love and know that it is the truth for each of us. That we experience that revolutionary love, that transformative love that changes our paradigm, that changes the dynamics of the way that we operate in the world, that we are able to open to that absolute power and presence. And what pours forth is healing and compassion, is peace, is knowing and connection, and inspiration to be a light unto the world. And so as we stand strong in that presence of love, I know that everything transforms around us. Everything evolves and emerges that is there for our goodness, for our wholeness, for our light and our life. And so I simply bless it. I bless this day. I bless those women who have shown up for us to remind us of the power of love. I bless everyone in our experience that allows us to awaken to the importance of love. And for each of us who steps forth open, authentic, vulnerable, allowing for that transformation to take place here and now. And so with a grateful heart to see this divine love in action, I call it forth, I claim it, I celebrate it, I give great thanks, and I simply allow it to be. And so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say that if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you got to let it go, let it all go. And listen what you have to say. I release, now let go. Let the spirit of my life and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only for God.
So happy Mother's Day,
Wow.
happy Sunday, have a wonderful week, and we will see you soon. Take care.